In this video, I'll be doing Khan Academy's SAT Math Practice Unit 4 of Foundations Advanced Math. So this is the unit practice test and has 13 questions, so let's get started. So, which of the following is equivalent to this equation? Okay, so all we have to do is combine the like terms to find what is equivalent to this equation right here. So we can color code this. So x squared is on its own. There's nothing that could add to that. 2x is also on its own. And also we're adding here with this plus sign right here. So we're adding these two. And then 1 and -1, we can combine those. So when we combine those, we'll get x squared plus 2x. Those stay the same. And then +1 and -1, they cancel out. So the answer should be B. The system of equations has the solutions are -a comma b and a comma b, where a and b are positive constants. What is the value of a? Okay, so all we have to do is plug this into the calculator, and we're trying to find the solution of it. And it's telling us that it has two solutions here. And we want to know the value of a. So let's plug this in. Okay, so we can see that the two solutions here are -3, 7 and 3, 7. And they are the same number. So a is equal to 3 and b is equal to 7. So what is the value of a? That would be 3. If 24 over O plus B is equal to 5, which of the following correctly expresses O in terms of B? So we want to set up the equation so that it equals O. So basically we're solving for O with this equation we have right here. So, okay, let's draw that. And so we're trying to isolate the O right here. So I can see by this equation, first thing we want to do is multiply each side by the denominator, which is O plus P. So O plus P, and then multiply this by O plus P2. So we can write the new one here. So 24 is equal to 5 times O plus P. And then we simplify that again, or distribute 5O plus 5P is equal to 24. And then we want to isolate the O right here. But right now it's with a 5, so we're going to minus this 5P on both sides to cancel that out in here. So we have 24 minus 5P, 5O. Sorry, this is kind of messy, but it's the only option I have to show my work. But we need to isolate the O, so we're going to divide by 5. Cancel that. And then we have this fraction here, which we can separate the fraction. So 24 over 5. Because I think separating fractions will make it easier. So each of them gets a denominator of 5. And then we see here we can cancel out these 5 right here. So it's 24 over 5 minus P is equal to O. That's the answer. So that should be B right here. If 7 to the power of A is equal to the 8th root of 7 to the power of 3, what is the value of A? Okay, so if you learned this in Algebra 2, I forgot what it's called, but it's the square root, and then you'd change it into the number to the power of a fraction based on the index number and the exponent. So the index number would be the bottom. So here, the 7 would be to the square root of a fraction, and the index is at the bottom, so that's 8, and it's to the power of 3. And we can check in the calculator to see if those two would be equivalent. So 7 to the power of 3 over 8 is equal to this number. And we can put to the 8th root power, or with 7 to the power of 3. Yep, and that gives us the same number. So it would be 7 to the power of 3 over 8. So a is equal to 3 over 8. 3 over 8. A quadratic equation is graphed. Which of the following equations could be paired with a graphed equation to create a system of equations whose solution set is comprised of the points 2, -4 and -4, 2? Okay, so we want to put another graph in here, and it would give the solutions of these two. We can plot that onto here. 2, -4, so 2, -4, so right here. And now the -4 and 2, which is right here. So we want a graph that goes through these two lines. So we can put this graph into the calculator, and then all of these. Okay, so I put all of the equations into the calculator. These are the answer choices, and we can look at them one at a time by turning them off. So let's look at the first one first. Clearly it does not go past -4 and 2, so that's wrong. This one does not go past 2, -4, so that's wrong. This one, yep, we can tell that's wrong. And then the last one does go through these two, so the last one, y plus x equal to -2, should be correct. So that's D. If L is equal to 2 times W plus 1, which of the following correctly gives W in terms of L? Again, like the O and P problem, we're trying to solve for another variable, and we're solving for W here, so we have to isolate W. So if we solve for that, we want to divide each side by 2. W plus 1, and then minus 1. L over 2 minus 1 is equal to W. That should be our answer. So W is equal to -1. Oh, it's A. Nice. Oh, bro, wait. I was about to say, didn't we just have this equation? Or didn't we just have this problem? But no, if you look closely at the root here, it does not have to the power of 3. So we have the same format here, so we know what to do. It's just a fraction. A is going to be a fraction. In order to be equivalent to this, the index is the denominator, so it's 8 over, or something over 8, and there's no exponent, so it's going to be 1 over 8, and we can check that in the calculator. Yeah, so that these two are equivalent to each other. So A is 1 over 8. What is the solution to the given equation? So just solve for x. All we have to do is multiply x on each side, so 14x. 14x is equal to 56, and divide 14 by each side. That should give us 4. So the answer should be 4. But I believe with this equation you can also plug it into the calculator, the graphing calculator, and it will give you the answer. The function f is shown. If x plus 3 is a factor of f, what is the value of f of -3? So x plus 3 is a factor of this equation. I don't believe it is important to know that though, because we're just trying to solve for the equation when we plug in -3 for x. So we can use the calculator there because this is quite a lot. -3 to the power of 4 plus 4 to times -3 to the power of 3 minus 7 -3 to the power of 2 minus 22 times -3 plus 24. That should give us 0. Of course, you can double check this equation, see if it's correct. But that's going to be 0. Which of the following is equivalent to the given expression? Okay, so we're given two fractions adding up to each other, and we need to find the sum. And they have common denominator, so we can easily add this up. That's going to be 2u, 7's cancel out, over 7. So that's just u plus u over 7, so that's B. which of the following expressions is equivalent to negative 2 times parentheses negative x to the power of 2 minus 3? So these answer choices seem like we multiplied negative 2 with here, so let's go ahead and do that. So negative 2 times negative x squared is going to give us 2x squared. So negative times negative is a positive, and then negative 2 times negative 3 is plus 6. So it should be D. If g of x is equal to 2x squared plus x, what is the value of g of 1 over 2? Okay, so we're just plugging in for x. Plus 1 over 2. And that should give us 1, so our answer is 1 here. Sometimes, I'm gonna be honest with you, if I get such an easy question on the SAT, I feel like I'm being tricked and I got the wrong answer.
Bruh.
Equation here, let x equal to a and x equal b be unique solutions to the given equation. What is the value of negative a minus b? So x is equal to a and it's also equal to b. So this problem here is a quadratic, so it's gonna have two solutions. So put that into the calculator or just solve here. We can divide this because it's two solutions. Plus 3. So basically each equation is equal to 0 here. So I can put this as equal to 0. So plus 3, and then 3 is equal to 2x. So one side x is equal to 3 over 2. Again, you can put this into the calculator and that'll just give you the answer. And then this side is minus 4 on each side. And this side is x is equal to negative 4. And so this right here can be a. And this could be b. Since I'm just going to be going in order of what they give us. So... And so what is the value of negative a minus b? So we can put that into the calculator. Negative 3 over 2 minus b, which is negative 4. That gives us 2.5. But what if we like switch it up? Negative 4 is a. Oh, that gives us the same answer. So it's going to be 2.5. Nice.
I reached my 2-week streak, guys.
Nice.
And we did it. That was Unit 4 of Foundations Algebra Math. I hope this video helped, and thank you so much for watching.